Namasarvebhya. This is the class on Sanatana Dharma for youth. Today's session will be on Bhagawadgita as applicable to youth by Dr. Visalakshi. We shall start the class after the prarthana. Om Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhar Bhavatu Me Sada Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Over to you, Dr. Visalakshi.
Okay, Dhanyavada. Thank you. Om Sri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Sri Parvati Rajarajeshwarabhyam Namaha. Om Sri Metha Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sri Mahasaraswatye Namaha. Om Sivaya Gurave Namaha. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namo Namaha. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurtharaha. Tatra Srir Vijayo Putir Dhruvanetir Matir Mama. नमोस्तु ते व्यास विशाल बुद्धि कुल्लारविन्दायत पत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैल पूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः गीता शास्त्रम् इदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णो पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः. Today and tomorrow, we are going to try to know a little about the essence of the teachings of Srimad Bhagawadgita, especially with reference to the youth. Bhagawadgita as applicable to the youth. That is, today we will try to see in a nutshell the essence of complete Bhagawadgita, what is taught in it and what message it conveyed to the entire mankind, the whole humanity. And what is the Sara Sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Then tomorrow we will see from the point of view of students and youth what message it conveys and what is taught in it with reference to youngsters and all human beings, of course. In fact, Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge given directly by Paramatma, Sri Krishna, is the essence of the teachings of Upanishads, the essence of Vedas. This one text is enough to the entire mankind to achieve all Purusharthas, the four aims of human life, and to live very happily and successfully here on earth, and also to get Shreyas, that is, to get liberated from the chains of birth and death. The greatness of Bhagavad Gita is praised in several ways by several great scholars, leaders, poets, philosophers, several other great personalities in manifold ways. Though we got vast heap of knowledge in the form of Vedas, Upanishads, Itihasas, Puranas, Dharmasastras, and several other works, yet this one text, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, represents as the textbook of our Sanatana Dharma. That is the greatness and value of our Sanatana Dharma, that is the greatness and value given to this knowledge, the knowledge given in this Gita. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanye Shastra Vistaraihi Ya Swayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmat Vinisrutam. Gita Shastram Idam Punyam Yak Pathet Prayatak Puman Vishnu Padam Avapnoti Phaya Shokadi Varjitaha. Samsara Sagaram Ghoram Tartumicheti yo naraha Gita Pyasam Samasadya Param Yati Sukhena Saha. Whoever wants to cross this ocean of samsara can easily reach its other end by taking the help of Bhagavad Gita, Gita Apyasa, knowing and understanding the essence of these teachings of Gita as a boat. Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Mache Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Astadasachayinim Amba Tvam Anusandathami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. I prostrate and do pranama to such goddess Bhagavad Gita, which is directly spoken by Sriman Narayana. God himself to Arjuna, which is composed by the ancient sage Sri Veda Bhagavan, which is there in the middle of Mahabharata, explained in 18 chapters in 700 slokas. And of course, they say there are 40 more, so 740. For those who aspire to get eternal happiness, for them, Bhagavad Gita is like the rainfall of Advaita Amruta, the nectar in the form of Advaita Tattva. Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogtha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsaha Sudhir Bhokta Duktham Gita Amrutam Mahat. All Upanishads, the cream of Vedas, the embodiment of Brahma Jnana, the highest knowledge, are like cows. The cowherd boy, Gopalaka, is Sri Krishna Paramatma, Gopala Nandana. Partha or Arjuna is the calf. That is, we say, Avduda. So the milked is the nectar in the form of Bhagavad Gita. All virtuous people enjoy that nectar of Gita, Gitamruta. For hours and hours, we can speak about the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. It is the treasure house of real knowledge, Brahma Jnana, the spiritual knowledge. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam, we say. No one can completely know about the essence of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but everyone can get benefited by it. It gives solutions to all the questions, all the inquiries, all the problems and doubts one gets in this life. It is Jnana Shastra. We say Bhagavatam is Bhakti Shastra, Bhagavad Gita is Jnana Shastra. It unfolds the secrets of the creation, the Srishti. It speaks about Jivatma, Paramatma, Prakriti, Karma, Janma, etc. Several points which are discussed in philosophy, Tattva Shastra. What all different paths are explained in our Sanatana Dharma to reach the ultimate goal of life, that is the transcendental reality, as we say. The paths are Karma Marga, Bhakti Marga, Upasana, Dhyana, Yoga, Jnana Marga. All are well explained in Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna Paramatma explains about Nishkama Karma and Saranagati as the best means to achieve everything in this life. The final aim of Bhagavad Gita is to uplift the Jiva who is merged in this ocean of world due to Ajnana by showing him the way of Nishkama Karma Yoga and Sharanagati. Bhagavad Gita can be understood from different angles, different perspectives, from different points of views. It teaches to scholars, to ordinary people, the layman, and to aged people, to students, to all the people of different age groups, different professionals, and to the people of all four ashramas, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa, and people of all four varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudras, that is to teach to everyone quite befitting to them. The only thing is we must understand and all three according to their own doctrines, Dvaita, Advaita, Visishtadvaita, Suttadvaita, Dvaitadvaita, etc. So great personalities like Lokamanya, Balagangadhara Tilak, then Sri Arvinda Ghosh, Swami Vivekananda, Madan Mohan Malavya, Sri Madhusudana Saraswati and Mahatma Gandhi, etc. Great personalities praised the greatness of Bhagavad Gita and its teachings. Bhagavad Gita is taught by Sri Krishna Paramatma to Arjuna in the battlefield at the beginning of Kurukshetra war. Taking Arjuna as a pretext, Bhagavan spoke to all of us, to the entire mankind, about the essence of Upanishads and showed us the way to lead our lives. Many people get it out that why Sri Krishna asked Arjuna to fight, though he taught him of great knowledge, Brahmajnana and all. To clear this doubt, we must have the clear idea of our Sanatana Dharma. Every individual should do his own Swadharma, his own Dharma. Arjuna is a Kshatriya. His Dharma is to protect his citizens by ruling properly. If others rob away of their kingdom by cheating, they should fight with the enemies, obtain their kingdom, establish dharma, and rule it properly. So the background of the emanation of Bhagavad Gita is known to all of us, of course, but it is to be known first to understand the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma. In fact, this background of Bhagavad Gita, of course, Pandava's story, I think all of you know. Even then, in 1 minute, just I will say, all the Pandavas are the embodiments of dharma, bhakti, kartavya nishta, modesty, dhairya, bala, utsaha, and all noble daiva qualities. They are very righteous, and sattvika gunas they possess. Then Duryodhana, etc., Dusta Chetustaya, they deceived Pandavas in Maya Juta Kriya, robbed them of their kingdom and glory. They put a condition at the time of this Juta Kriya that whoever are defeated that should go to the forest for 12 years and then for 1 year for Ajnatavasa. According to this commitment, Pandavas, because they were defeated by in Maya Juta by Kauravas, all Pandavas went to forest and spent all 12 years and 1 year Ajnatavasa very successfully. And afterwards asked Duryodhana to hand over their kingdom to them. But Duryodhana bluntly refused to return their kingdom to them. Even Sri Krishna Rayabara, we know even that God failed to make Sandhi. He tried but could not. There is no other way left for Pandavas except to do Dharma Yuddha for obtaining their own kingdom. So, battle became very compulsory. It is the first and foremost duty of a Kshatriya to punish Atharma and Atharmikas and see that Dharma prevails all over their kingdom and on the earth. So, because Kauravas are Atharmikas and also because Bhimasena took oaths, pratignyas he did. So, Pandavas have to punish Kauravas because Bhima has to keep up the vows. When any pratignya is done, that is to be kept. So both the parties prepared for doing Yuddha, and Kurukshetra is decided to be the place where this battle has to take place. Then Kurukshetra is a very pious land of Dharma. Sri Krishna Paramatma is by the side of Pandavas because they consider Sri Krishna as God, as their relative, friend and mentor and everything. Sri Krishna accepted to work as the charioteer to Arjuna, and he became Partha Sarathi. Arjuna represents Jivatma. Jivatma should always be led by the grace and guidance of Paramatma. That is why Sri Krishna became Partha Sarathi. Yato dharmas tato Krishna, yato Krishnas tato jayam. So where there is dharma, there God exists. Where there is God, the victory prevails. The day of fight came. Both the Kuru and Pandava Senas assembled in the battlefield on both the sides. All the great heroes of both parties arrived on their chariots. Sri Krishna brought Arjuna to the battlefield. Arjuna saw his honorable grandfather Bhishma Pitamaha, his gurus Dronacharya, Krupacharya, Guruputra, Ashwatthama, and all his relatives, kith and kin, brothers and all. And Duryodhana, etc. They are also, though they are wicked, they are his own brothers. So he also saw Drupada Maharaja, etc., his own well-wishers. So he thought that it is not proper for him to fight with them and to kill all of them. In no way they are connected, in fact, with this Kaurava Pandava conflict of this Juta Kriya and all. So he thought what sort of happiness he will get, they will get by getting the kingdom at the cost of the lives of lakhs of people. His own kith and kin and gurus. So with that feeling, his body shivered, Gandiva fell down from his hand. He sat down in the chariot and he became very much distressed. And he said to Sri Krishna, Na kanche vijayam Krishna, nacha rajyam sukhanicha, kim no rajena govinda, kim bhogair jivitenava. That is, hey Krishna, I am not willing to get this kingdom or anything and all. So what is the use of all this fighting? And thus Arjuna, when he became Kim Kartavyata Vimudha, because he came under the capture of moha, infatuation of aham mama. So with the feelings, he became restless. Then Sri Krishna spoke to Arjuna, Klaibyam masma gamak partha, naita tvayu papadyate, Kshudram Hrudaya Daurbalyam Tyaktvottishta Parantapa. This is the best advice given to the entire mankind, to the students, youth, aged people, everyone. Oh Arjuna, do not be under the influence of cowardness. This is not proper for you. Abandon the weakness of your heart and get ready to fight with the enemies, which is your duty as a Kshatriya. Arjuna is still in dilemma. He could not decide what to do and what not to do. He knows that as a warrior, he has to do this fighting and get this kingdom and all, but of course, they are all relatives. So what to do? He is in a dilemma. His mind is in Dolandolita stage, sort of, so he could not decide. The best thing he did is he did Sharanagati to Sri Krishna Paramatma, his mentor, his God, and his everything, his great friend. So thus Arjuna did Sharanagati to Sri Krishna and said like this: Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaka pruchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaka yet shreyah syan nishchitam bruhi tanme sishyasteham chathimam tvam prapannam. Hey Krishna, I am under the defect of this sort of karpanya dosha. I am unable to know what to do and what not to do. So I seek your refuge. I am your disciple. You are my guru. I request you to kindly command me what I should do. Whatever you command me to do, I will do. Thus he surrendered himself and he requested him to tell really what is beneficial to him. So at that time, what Tattvopadesha is given by Sri Krishna Paramatma to Arjuna is Gitopadesha, the Bhagawadgita. Sri Krishna advised Arjuna, the Kshatriya, to do Kshatriyochita Dharma Yuddha, realizing the necessity to do the war at that juncture. Sri Krishna explained about Atma Tattva. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu dhruvan janma mritasya cha tasmad apariharyethe natvam shochitum arhasi. Because he is lamenting as if he is going to kill all his relatives. He said, you are not at all killing. You are not the either killer or killed. So everyone who is born has to die. It is the natural law. So every being dies. Whoever takes birth has to die. And whoever dies, of course, again takes birth till he gets liberated. That is the process. So where you cannot do anything, why do you lament? Can you stop people dying? If not now, at some other place, they will die at some other time. So thus he spoke about the truth and he spoke about Atma Tattva. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyaha ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. The body decays. There is no death to Atma. The Atma is eternal. Sukha dukhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyesva naivam papam avapsyasi. So considering pleasures and pains, profits and losses, victory and defeat as equal, you fight now, do your duty. You will not get any sin at all. Then Sri Krishna explained about what is meant by yoga and explained bhakti, karma, jnana, yogas and explained Sankhya yoga. He spoke about Stita Prajna Lakshanas and asked Arjuna to become a yogi. Tasmar yogi bhavarjuna. Paramatma explained about Paravidya, Aparavidya, then Paraprikriti, Aparaprikriti, Akshara Parabrahma, 4 types of devotees. Then about Ananya Bhakti, Bhagavad Vibhutis, and showed him his Vishwarupa with thousands of heads, hands, feet, etc. All the Kuru and Pandava Sainyas, they are all entering into the mouths of that Vishwa Purusha, Virat Purusha. He said that Arjuna is only an instrument in the hands of Paramatma. That is, he is only Nimitta. Even if he is not there, somebody will become Nimitta and Paramatma will do, that is, Kala will do what it has to do. The doer and the director both are Paramatma only. So that is how he explained about, in fact, the entire Tattva in a nutshell. Sri Krishna Paramatma explained to Arjuna about Kshetra and Kshetrajna, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunas and Gunatita Sthiti, and advised Arjuna to become Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. He also explained about samsara vriksha, daivi gunas, asuri gunas, and advised him that kama, krodha, lopa, etc. They are all the gateways to naraka, etc. He also explained about the characteristics of Satchidananda Ghana Parabrahma, Nitya Suddha Buddha Mukta Tattva, that which is Antaryamin, that which is eternal in this changing world. So he explained about all that and also declared that whenever there is any glani to dharma, he will take incarnation and establish dharma and destroy adharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami yuge yuge. We know all these slokas and meanings also. Sri Krishna Paramatma asked Arjuna to do karma, kartavya karma. As a warrior, now the duty of Arjuna is to fight in the war without feeling that he is fighting, he is killing, he is getting victory, such feelings. He has to do it because it is his duty. In fact, he should not fight because it is his duty also, but because he already did Sharanagati to Sri Krishna Paramatma. So now whatever Paramatma commands, he has to oblige. So because Krishna is asking him to fight, Arjuna has to fight. So in no way he is concerned with the result, whatever it may be, of the works he is doing. He has to do only karma and the result belongs to Paramatma. It does not, he has nothing to do with the fruit of the actions he is doing. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpuh ma te sangosvakarmani. Thus Sri Krishna Paramatma declared and proclaimed this truth. You got power only to do karma, to do your duty. You are not concerned about karma phala because karma phala pradata is only Paramatma. You should not have any attachment to any of the works that you are doing because it is your duty you should do. Attachment should never be there. So in so many chapters, in all the chapters, in fact, Bhagavad Gita, from the first chapter to 18th chapter, they said it is the Upanishad, it is Yoga Shastra, and it is not just ordinary. And also he said Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. 18th chapter does each and every chapter is mentioned as yoga because in all the chapters how the jiva can get united with Paramatma is explained. Even Vishada of Arjuna has become yoga because with that Shoka and Vishada, Arjuna could get the Brahma Jnana from the Upadesha of Paramatma. So Sri Krishna Paramatma cleared all the doubts of Arjuna and he said, finally, I have explained all this most secret and sacred knowledge to you because you are very much dear to me. Now you properly think over and do, that is, act according to your will and wish. Now he left what Arjuna has to do. He left it to his own decision. He should decide himself because what all works we do, the result will come to us. Itite jnanam akhyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrushyaitad aseshena yatha ichchasi tatha kuru. As you wish, you do. So now Arjuna did not reply because he has already surrendered himself to Krishna. So Sri Krishna Paramatma himself, again, he only directed him what he has to do. He is not only Sarvajna, this Sri Krishna Paramatma is Sarvavit, all knower, and he knows, he is all pervading, all knower, and having the Sarvajnana. So with much compassion on Arjuna, because he knows the heart of Arjuna, he cleared all the doubts once again to Arjuna and finally advised him what he should do. So Sri Krishna Paramatma said, Manmana Pava, Mad Bhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru, Mame Vaishyasi Satyante Pratijane Priyosime. O Arjuna, you keep your mind on me, become my devotee, serve me, salute me, do namaskara to me. If you do like this, you will certainly obtain me only. Here, me means it refers to Paramatma, Nirguna Niranjana Paramatma, who has come in the form of Saguna Brahman. So, Manmana Bhava and all he said. And Paramatma also declared, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate, Tesham Nityaphi Yuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vakam Yakam. So, without any other thought, whoever worship me or serve me, I will certainly take care of their yoga kshemas. So, thus he assured Arjuna. And also he said, I am saying this to you with promise because you are my most dear devotee and friend. So after explaining in detail and advising him properly, Sri Krishna Paramatma proclaimed one sloka which can be called as the complete essence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This sloka is considered as Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Sara sloka. Sara is the essence. This is the final verdict of Paramatma. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam vraja. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. Ma suchaha. You leave all other dharmas, all other upayas, means, and take refuge in me. I will certainly relieve you from all the sins and all the obstacles. So do not worry. So in this Charama Sloka or Gita Sara Sloka, Sri Krishna Paramatma is asking Arjuna in the sense he is asking all of us, the entire human folk, all mankind, that to take Sharanagati in Paramatma. Now, what is Sharanagati is also to be known, but not now. So, Arjuna too, because Arjuna took resort in Sri Krishna Paramatma, Sri Krishna advised him of which is very much beneficial to all types of people, not only to Arjuna, to the entire mankind, about this method of Sharanagati. And then Arjuna requested once again Paramatma. Say in the beginning itself, of course, he requested Chatimam Tvam Prapannam. That is, because I took resort of you, you please command me whatever I do, what I should do. Then Sri Krishna Paramatma is now, after saying this Charama Sloka also, he commanded him, he asked him, advised him to fight only now at present. So in this Charama Sloka, the first pada, first line, what a devotee or the disciple should do is explained. And in the second line, second pada, what God will do is explained. So this is the Sara Sloka of Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya, he said. Parityajya, the sentence is not completed. It is Yabanta. So after abandoning all dharmas, you should take resort in me. So, what are the dharmas? The different dharmas, even the word dharma is to be explained in hours and hours together, in fact. So, dharma is dharati iti dharmaka. Sarva dharma means all types of dharmas, because a person has to do multiple dharmas. Varnasrama dharmas, Vayaktika dharmas, that is individual dharmas. Bandhu dharmas, such as dharmas as mother, father, son, daughter, wife, husband, relative, officer, neighbor, as a citizen, etc. Thousands of dharmas or duties are there to each and every individual. So all these dharmas, Paramatma said, you leave aside and take resort in me. So dharma means that which bears and that which is born. Dharati iti dharmaha, triyate iti dharmaha, dharayate iti dharmaha. So that by which everything is born is dharma. So the word dharma is formed from the root dhru, dhara, to bear. Veda commands dharmam chara, practice dharma. We must do our duty. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If we follow and practice dharma, that dharma will protect us. If we follow dharmas, all bhautika dharmas, then achatmika dharmas, atma dharma is most important among all other dharma. So atma dharma we must do. Atma dharma is elevating ourselves and getting moksha. So thus all several dharmas are there. Now Sri Krishna Paramatma, after explaining all this, finally advised him to manmana bhava madbhakto bhava. That is most important, in fact. And he also explained so many other things, kama, so many other points. Okay, tomorrow I'll explain. Krodha, bhavati, sammoha, etc. He also explains about the defects, and also he explains about asuri gunas and daiva gunas, how to gain with effort the daiva gunas and elevate them, and how to completely eradicate asuri gunas and all. So that point tomorrow we can see. Now more than thousands of personality development lectures are there in this one text, Srimad Bhagawadgita. Nowadays, of course, people are paying thousands of rupees and attending personality development classes. Instead of that, if they study our scriptures like Srimad Ramayana, Mahabharata, and especially Srimad Bhagawadgita, this one text is enough to guide people in a very proper dharmika way to achieve everything and get success in life in this world and hereafter also, and to get moksha also. So whatever God says we have to do. So because Sri Krishna Paramatma asked Arjuna to fight, now Arjuna became ready to do the war. So, in fact, we may doubt that why Sri Krishna Paramatma did not tell this final bodha, the Sarasloka bodha, in the beginning itself. Because when Arjuna requested him to tell the upaya, the plan, Sri Krishna is Lord Vishnu himself, in fact, who has come down here as Siksha Guru. So one of the purposes of his avatara is to teach jnana to the entire mankind. So Arjuna and entire mankind should get full confidence that Sri Krishna Paramatma is really Parabrahman. Sri Krishna, this person is Paramatma, all powerful reality. So people should have devotion for him. So he explained the entire Tattva Jnana and all the different paths which lead to Brahman. And then finally spoke that he himself is Parabrahman. And Manmana Bhava Madbhakta, and also thus he said in several ways beautifully. He explained different methods of reaching divinity by explaining Arjuna about all these paths. When Arjuna's jnana is confirmed, then he showed his vibhutis, Paramatma. He showed his vibhutis and he showed past, present and future in himself, in him only. And then the doer, deed and drashta, the triputi, all three are he alone. There is no duality in the world at all, though it is appearing. The Trinity is also not there. Actually, only one is existing, that is Paramatma. So, human beings are just instruments in the hands of Paramatma. So, to discharge their duties, they have to do the works. Thus, slowly, Paramatma took Arjuna step by step to the higher levels. Then first, Krishna explained Arjuna to leave his distress and asked him to do his duty as a Kshatriya, to do Dharma Yuddha. Later advised him to do karma with anasakti, that is without attachment, nishkama karma. Then he asked him to do karma yoga and said yoga karmasu kausalam, and finally commanded Arjuna to completely surrender himself to him, to Paramatma, and assured him that he will take care of him in all aspects if he surrenders wholeheartedly. So now no one can be without doing any work in this world, because not even for a moment we can be without doing the work. So we have to do the works. But how to do the works? Nishkama karma is the method explained by Paramatma. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krut karyate hyavasya karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. So all these duties we have to do. All karmas are dukkha sammisritas. They are mixed with sorrow. There is no work here on this earth, in fact, which does not give sorrow, except nishkama karma. Even Isavasya Upanishad says, Kurvaneveha karmani jijivishet saradas samaha. So we should live here for 100 years while doing karmas only. But now Bhagavad Gita said, Yajnadana tapa karma natyajyam karyame tatmeva tat. Even that Krishna also said we should do all these yajnadana, tapa, etc. Nityanamiti karmas, everything we should do, but we should do with nishkama karma. That is the way shown to us. Even Ramana Maharshi said, Isvararchitam nechaya krutam. So one should do all the works, giving the fruits of works to Parameswara. Yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyektva atma suttaye, said Paramatma. Paramatma also advised uddhared atman atmanan natmanam avasadaye atmeva hi atmano bandhur atmaiva ripur atmanaka. One should uplift himself from the ocean of world, that is this worldly ties, bhava bandhas. One should not allow the self to get destroyed, decayed. One's own self is the relative, and also the self itself is the enemy to the manayeva manushyanam karanam bantha mokshayo. We say self in the sense it is the mind and antakarana, the buddhi, chitta. So after completely listening to the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma, Arjuna's ignorance and infatuation has completely gone. It is removed fully, and he became very cool, calm, quiet, and pleasant. So with full confidence, he spoke to Sri Krishna Paramatma like this. Nasto mohaha smrutir labdha tvat prasadat maya achyuta stitotmi gata sandehaha karishye vachanam tava. Oh Paramatma, by your grace, my infatuation has gone. I got back my intelligence. All my doubts are cleared. Now I will do whatever you say, whatever you command me. Then Sri Krishna asked him to fight, and then he became ready to do this war. And then the war took place, and with the blessings, and of course due to the fate, and also due to the dharma of Pandavas, they could get victory, and Arjuna became Vijaya. He got victory. So it is the dharma kshetra. The entire mankind should understand the essence of the teachings of Sri Krishna Paramatma given through this Bhagavad Gita, develop Suddha Sattva Guna, and leaving all Kartrutva, Bhoktrutva. We should do the duties according to the command of Paramatma. We have to do the works with the feeling, Yajyat karma karomi tattadakhilam shambho tavarathanam. What all works we are doing, that is just worshipping Paramatma. So with that feeling, we must do. Paramatma also said in Bhagavad Gita while speaking to Arjuna, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityapi yuktanam yoga kshemam vaham yakam. So we must do without any hesitation and without any doubt. So because Paramatma gave such an assurance to us. In fact, some elders say that the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita is given in the very first half of first line of first sloka of first adhyaya of Bhagavad Gita. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamakaha pandavasyaiva kima kurvata Sanjaya. This is the question put by Dhritarashtra to Sanjaya. The first part of first line is Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. The scholars say that this sentence is the essence of the teachings of entire Bhagavad Gita. How? Kshetre kshetre dharmam kuru. You do your duty in all places. To whichever place you go, wherever you are, you do your duty. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. And Dhritarashtra and also Mamakaha Pandavaha cha, he said, he differentiated. He said Kauravas are his people, his children, whereas Pandavas, he said Pandavaha. He differentiated them. So this Aham Mama, when Aham Mama are there, when differentiation is there, when Samatva is not there, they will be taking birth and dying and indulging in this world. One after another, that Dharma Parampara will be coming to them. They cannot get moksha at all. So till a person gains samadrishti, samatva, understands the truth, the chit-chakti, the consciousness which is prevailing in each and every atom of this whole universe, then only one can become themselves merged with that. That itself is Advaita. So one should develop the capacity to see the imperishable Paramatman among all the perishable things. Paramatman exists in all Charachara Bhutas as Antaryamin. One who sees this imperishable Brahman in the universe is the real Drashta. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameswaram vinasyetsu avinasyantam yah pashyati sa pashyati, says Paramatma. Paramatma also said, Isvara sarva bhutanam hridye Arjuna tishtati. So Paramatma dwells in the hearts of all living beings. So the entire universe is spread by Paramatma. Upanishad also says the same. All Upanishads speak about the same. In fact, that Atma cannot be obtained by either the teachings or intellect or by Sravana or by going through all the Shastras and all. But Upanishad itself says, Nayam Atma pravachane na labhyo na methaya na bahuna sritena yeme vaisha vrunite tena labhyaha tasyesh atma vivrunite tanun swam. It means through Guru Padesha, by studying all the Shastras, one can gain the knowledge of what is Brahman, but he can experience that by himself, by doing either meditation or completely contemplating on that. He should realize he must have that Viveka Jnana, Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. Then he can himself experience the truth. When he experiences himself, then Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati. He becomes all-knower. He becomes Brahman himself. So, in fact, this is the final teaching of Bhagawadgita. So, this Gita Grantha, which is the Grantha of the great knowledge, it is the it gives the complete knowledge of Parabrahman. Saguna Brahman and Nirguna Brahman both are given here. And also Gita speaks about Jiva and how Jiva can become eternal. Jiva himself is eternal, in fact, as Paramatma, but how he can cross this ajnana and get real jnana. And so many, all the methods are shown by Paramatma here. And he spoke about Jiva, Jivatma, Paramatma, Prakriti, then Triguna, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas, then Jnana, Vijnana, then Bhakti, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Chana Yoga, Upasana, Nirguna Saguna Brahma, Arathanas, even Upasanas are given here. And hundreds of personality development lectures also are given in this Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of all the Vedas, all the Shastras, all the Upanishads, speaks about different, it can be understood from different perspectives. So if we read once, we may understand only the meaning of the slokas. Then second time, third time, when we go through them with different angles, Bhagavad Gita, it manifolds completely, it unfolds its secrets to us. Then we can see from the point of view of Advaita, we can study this entire Gita. Then from the point of view of general knowledge, we can read it. From the point of view of teaching morals, how to lead, what sort of life we have to do, what sort of gunas we have to develop, how we must behave in this world, then how to get success in this world, either to students or to youth or to aged people or those professionals. For each and every one individual, whatever doubts they get, they can get replies here. Actually, so many people worked on this, and many people wrote commentaries on Bhagavad Gita slokas, and different people explained in different angles also. Then most of people, they say, whenever we get any doubt, any problem in life, then how to solve them? Then suppose we take Bhagavad Gita, just to open it, whatever sloka, appears to us, that sloka itself gives us the solution to our problem, whatever may the problem be. That is how several people examined, tested the meanings of all these slokas of Bhagavad Gita also. So such is the greatness of this Bhagavad Gita. So this Gita, Bhagavad Gita education, each and every child should be taught it from the childhood itself. Since childhood, first we must make them learn by heart all the slokas, whether they know the meaning or not. Then when they once learn by heart, later on slowly when they are growing a little by little and gaining the grasping power, we must explain the meanings of all the slokas, the bhava, the tatparya. Then still when they are growing and becoming, that is youth and all, then we must explain the essence, the meaning behind them. We say the tatvika bhavas, several tatvika bhavas are there. Several very good advices are there. Sukha dukhe same krutva, he says, whenever any people, nowadays people, mostly students, if they fail in the exams, they are committing suicides, they are running away from the house and all. So if they read this Bhagavad Gita and understand the essence, they will become very strong physically, mentally, and spiritually, and socially also. They become very strong, and they become worthy of becoming ideal to many people, and they can teach all these teachings to others also and get influenced by the power of this Bhagavad Gita, which is like magical power in fact. So this Bhagavad Gita should be understood, read thoroughly, and what all teachings are given here should be put into practice by us in our lives. So many different manifold methods they have given us. Marga. Yeah, these margas and they are all yogas. Karma marga, bhakti marga, jnana marga, these three are meant, but many upasanas are given. Then dhyana yoga is given. Yoga itself is what is meant by yoga. How to do yoga is also given in Bhagavad Gita. So there is nothing, just as we say about Bharata, yadi hasti tad anyatra, yenne hasti natat kvachit, we can apply to this Bhagavad Gita also. What all is essential for a human being to lead a very happy life here and to become divine himself, all are given in this Bhagavad Gita. So today I will stop here. Then if any doubts are there, you can ask and I will try to answer. And tomorrow, especially from the perspective of only students and youth, we will see what teachings are given in Bhagavad Gita. Lakhs of teachings are there, not one or two. Even in fact, now also, I just spoke only the gist. In hours and hours, we can discuss all these slokas, all the ideals. I did not even touch fully, but here, swasti for today.
If anybody has any doubts, please unmute yourselves and ask the questions. If you're not able to unmute, please raise your hand so that you can be unmuted to ask the question. Else we close with Prarthana.
Okay.
And Shantiman, and we'll have the national anthem.
Okay.
Guruji, is that okay?
Okay.
Anybody has any questions, please unmute yourself and ask. Can't see any question in the chat box. So we will recite the Prarthana.
Okay.
That was a very interesting lecture, Mahoday. Dhanyavadaha. Actually, it is very relevant to the students, especially the point place where you said that his hands were sweating, the bow was falling away from his hand, and his lips were parched. Like, it actually explains a panic attack that many students tend to have even in the examination hall. So actually, it is a lesson for life for all
There are
students.
no questions, so we close it.
Yes, Guruji. So we will recite the prarthana.
Hari Om, Saubiniji.
Yes, Guruji. We will recite the prarthana and we will close it. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kachchid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. We can stand up for national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद धन्यवादाः स्वस्ति
धन्यवादः